So I made this game and released it on Steam. It's called Face to Face, and it's good, but it's also boring. Like, I guess I wanted to make my own Suika game-like thing. How it works is that you put faces on shapes, and if the faces touch, they kiss and you score. Faces can also kiss through other shapes, as long as each shape has something in common with the one before it. It's a bit too complicated, to be honest. Suika game works because it just makes sense. I made something that is elegant, sure, but not elegant enough for purpose. These games in this niche need to be understood instantly. I still think it's fun though, and I really pushed myself in designing this. I did more playtesting on this than any other project I've ever done. I changed fundamental parts of the game design multiple times. Like, it used to be more like Suika game where you chose where the shapes would drop, but that ended up creating a really, disgusting experience where it just felt like a slog. Clicking on shapes to give them a face is so much better. The technical side was rough as well. I did all the Steam stuff, I had the control spoil, leaderboards, but I spent so long on the tutorial. I scope creeped so hard, all in directions that I'm not nourished by creatively. My favourite creep feature though was this one. It's a parallel game mode where you control this little guy picking up coins that randomly spawn in their own little area. So if you made a chain of 5 shapes, the character would go left. Such a fun little thing. I want to do another parallel game mode where instead of directions, it's like dialogue choices. I feel like it would be a great way to make a awkward character come to life, right? Where you might accidentally make a dialogue choice which you didn't want to do, because of just the specific way this works. Anyway, I should be working on my game Ultimate Lemon Basket, which is a game that is also fun and seems to be connecting with people in a more immediate way, but I still fantasize about blowing up this parallel game idea though, like into maybe a paid sequel, like where maybe this little guy goes around exploring the world, and the talking to people could be a thing, and then maybe it could have a whole other parallel thing for fights, and then maybe it could go and wrap back into the face-to-face game where, like, I did this prototype where I had, like, special shapes which had different effects, like, oh, this, you score this shape, then you immediately die, or something like that. But maybe they could be triggered by stuff in this overworld. I don't know. Oh, I'd also want it so that when you lost a run, your little character would die, and then when you did another run, you would respawn as a different character in somewhere else in the map, but maybe what you did in the previous thing would carry over. I don't know. Like, it sounds a little bit mad, but I don't think it would take too long to do since I already did all this polish work on this regular thing. I also think it would just fix what's wrong with the game right now, where it's just lacking a big move, you know? Maybe I don't need to do anything. Maybe I just need to actually just email people about the game and promote it that way. Anyway, I would appreciate it if you played the game on Steam. There's also an itch link, and maybe buy the DLC, which unlocks some different themes. I would really like to make some money off this thing because it took like 8 months to work on this. Whatever. See you, bye.